Hi, my name is Colleen Biggs, and I'm the founder of Lead Up for Women. Be sure to subscribe below and like us on all of our social media platforms at Lead Up for Women, because we are going to be diving into how to create your own business plan and the 9 parts it takes to do it. Hello again and welcome back. My name is Colleen Biggs, and I'm the founder of Lead Up for Women, and we have been discussing how to create and crush it with a traditional business plan to be able to get those funding opportunities that you're looking for, or maybe an angel investor or a partner in your business. So our next step, we're on section 7. We have been cruising through this. We just talked about your marketing and sales. We just talked about your service or product line that you're offering, and now we're going to get into your actual marketing and sales. And I feel like, other than your funding requests, with getting into having all of your funding up, how much money you plan to make and what you're looking for in funding, this is probably the biggest piece of your business plan, which is marketing and sales. And we all know there really isn't a single way to approach a marketing strategy. It really needs to evolve and change over time to fit your needs. But in this section, your goal is really to describe how you're going to attract and retain those customers. You want to describe how a sale will actually happen. So will that person find you on social media? Will that person be sent a newsletter? How are you going to capture those email addresses? What is your opportunity for? Are you sending daily newsletters, weekly newsletters? What will those newsletters include? And then what's the percentage of clicks that you're looking to get on those by percentage? And then how many of those are going to convert to becoming a customer of yours? And how are you going to attract those customers? Are you going to be advertising through Facebook? Are you going to be advertising through YouTube? Are you going to be door to door? Are you going to be putting a kiosk in a mall? Or are you going to have your packages in a store? Are you going to be personally in that store selling your product? So again, how are you planning on selling your product? How do you attract and retain those customers? So once you attract them, how do you retain those? And then this is how you want to describe, again, the sale, the transaction. And what are they purchasing? How are they purchasing that? What is the process that they're going to walk through? And then refer to this section later when you're making your financial projections. So you'll refer back to the marketing and analysis section when you're in your financial projections and say, going back to where we were in our market analysis, here is why we plan on making $100,000 in the first 7 months, or $200,000 in the first 8 months, or whatever it is that you're projecting. So describe thoroughly the complete marketing and sales strategies. I say just come up with every possible way, brainstorm with marketing strategists that you know. Look at your opportunities online. What are your opportunities in person? Are you going to be creating events and inviting the people to those events? Are you going to be marketing through other portals? So if you're using Eventbrite, for example, are you going to be creating them on Eventbrite, and then Eventbrite has 4 or 5 platforms that they're going to be marketing your event to? Again, get very detailed in this area of your strategy of how you plan on attracting that customer. And then once you have that customer and you've marketed to them several times, and you might even want to say how long it may take for you to gain a customer, or how many times you plan on touching them before you gain that customer, what type of sales are you expecting from that customer? If you have different packages and in your sales cycle that your plan is to get someone in for a low-end product, and then the goal from that low-end product is then to graduate them up to a higher-end project, this is where you want to explain that. Or if you have an entry-level opportunity that's free, for instance, if you're in a gym or an instructor and you're teaching a free class, so you offer them a free product or a free class, and that is going to be what leads them into their purchase. And then what purchase are you anticipating them to make at that level? And then what are the additional purchase opportunities to them? And what is the average that you expect one of your members, or let's say one of your customers, what is the average you think their spend is going to be in a year? So if a customer generally pays maybe $60 or $80 a month, but you have other offerings, say birthday parties, or if you're a children's gym, you might have birthday parties available, you might have camps available, you might have parent survival nights available. This is from a company I've worked for several years in the past called The Little Gym. Maybe an average customer would spend about $1,000 or $1,200 in a year with you. Again, make sure these pieces are very specific in the strategy when you're writing these. We have 2 more pieces to cover, the funding request and the financial projections. So stay tuned for those in the next videos. And remember to subscribe below so that you don't miss any of our offerings. And you can always come and find me at www.leadupforwomen.com.